What's up, everybody? It's the King Twiz coming at ya, and welcome back to Perceptions of the Dead. Now today we're going to start off on the last story from this game, which is called, I just seen it, but right here, The Phantom Ice Cream Truck. How could you forget about that type of title, right? So yes, we're gonna finish this off with the Phantom Ice Cream Truck, and by the end of that will bring the end of Perceptions of the Dead, a complete trilogy of this game. So yeah, I'm ready to get right into it. So let's jump into it, shall we? The Phantom Ice Cream Truck. Follow a denizen of the border between life and death as he answers a call to rescue a missing child. Let's jump right into it, man. The Phantom Ice Cream Truck. Dun dun dun.
A glance around reveals an empty street, and I take a moment of solitude to adjust to my layers. It does little to stave off the biting wind. I clench and unclench my fingers with a deep-rooted ire. I am not being paid for
The
shit.
acolyte? No, you're not.
Then again, I never am. This was the second night since I had started this assignment. The couple had hired me to bring back their son.
It almost sounds like that, I forgot his name. The guy from the first story that I did. Oh, what was his name? I totally forgot his name. Oh, Tyrone, that's what it was, Tyrone. Obviously, this is not Tyrone, or maybe it is, I don't think it is, but maybe this is just the same voice actor and stuff, I don't know.
They hadn't been so comfortable with the way the official investigation was turning up so very little, and how much the media had begun to spin the tale into a ghost story. The Phantom Ice Cream Truck.
Oh, lordy. How would you be able to take that seriously, right? You'd have to see it for your own eyes, or with your own eyes.
What a mouthful. A messy case, too. The police's initial involvement had been straightforward.
Straight.
The first child had fell off the map like the earth had swallowed him whole. Right off the street, according to witnesses. No one saw a thing. No reliable witness heard anything either.
No.
No unfamiliar cars or people. No unfamiliar sounds.
Huh.
One moment he was in front of his parents' home, the next he was gone.
He was gone. He saw that ice cream truck and was like, oh my God! He just lost it, took off running, stole his dad's wallet. Yeah, that's what happened.
Strange, but there could be plenty of explanations for such an incident. Very mundane ones.
Let's hope not.
Such explanations became more unlikely when every child in the neighborhood reported hearing ice cream truck music right around the time of the disappearance.
Phantom Ice Cream Truck. It's funny, because if that was the case, I wouldn't think anything of a phantom ice cream truck. You would think some weirdo in an ice cream truck, right?
Of course, without a single adult able to corroborate this mysterious music, the children's testimony was quickly dismissed. Still creepy, right?
Yes.
And oh so mysterious. Even more so when it happened again. Then a third time.
Oh God. Oh, so mysterious.
It was the third parents who hired me. I never really figured out how my clients find me. It's not like I list my number anywhere or advertise.
You're that good, huh?
But somehow word of mouth leads to my phone ringing, and a familiar phrase to indicate it's for business.
What?
Ya, Fatan. I seek a pact with that which should not be.
Maybe this is Tyrone. Maybe it is. If I wouldn't have started with the last story, then I would have led into that one about Tyrone, and then it would have been more familiar. Because I remember, what was her name? Tulip? She said that. Is it La or is it Ya Fatan? And they said something about that. And of course, I didn't know what they were talking about because I didn't read. But I didn't watch this one first. So I didn't know what the hell they were talking about. So I have a feeling this might be Tyrone or something in connection with Tyrone.
I know, it's a little trippy. It's from a book I had read back in college.
Oh yeah? God, I should have read them from start to finish.
A friend came up with the joke as his invocation of my aid. He must have used it dozens of times when we were younger. typically for a ride when he had been out drinking. I had become so used to it that when I first answered the phone and heard an unfamiliar voice say the phrase, I just kind of went with it. The next time it was the same, and then it became common. Where are you?
The Acolyte.
We live in Rosterfield, Maine. I know it's a long way from where
The
I heard
father.
about you, but can you help us?
Will you pay the price?
We will pay anything if you can bring back our son.
The deal is struck.
The deal.
And with that, I called in sick to work. Told them I had the flu and would need a few days off. I was given shit about not getting my flu shot, but they didn't hassle me too much. That evening, I was on a plane.
Perceptions of the Dead. I don't remember any other one having that.
I arrived at the house at midnight.
You gonna say that again for me?
I did not knock. After all, it was important to keep up appearances. I didn't knock. After all, it was important to keep up appearances.
Why are you repeating yourself?
The window to the left was latched, but the right slid up easily.
You gonna do it again? The music, man! Oh my god! What's gonna happen? I like the music. The music is really spooky.
I found the boys' room first and gave it a once-over. Legos, Ben 10 toys, and Star Wars paraphernalia littered the floors and walls.
Star Wars?
A quick once-over revealed nothing useful, though.
Okay.
I sat on the foot of the bed for almost 10 minutes before one of them stirred.
Oh my god!
Hi. What is I'm asking you a question. What is
Normal reaction. I turn around slowly.
Normal reaction.
I return for what has been lost. From you, I need 2 items. I need a photo and an article of clothing. Something thick with its smell. The woman stands up slowly, edging against the wall, then runs to the child's room. She returns with a dirty soccer jersey and a copy of a Lost flyer.
So is that you guys? Is that the mother and father just like in the bed or whatever? That's what I'm assuming. He said the mom or whatever. The woman stands up slowly, edging against the wall.
The father remains paralyzed,
Yep.
his eyes locked with mine. Though likely, he is just staring into the shadow beneath my hood, hoping to see something there. Something human.
Something.
Likely questioning his decision to hire me.
Can you really find him?
I take a long smell of the shirt, then discard
What's
it.
up, little bud?
I take a look at the photo. This time, I spend a lot longer examining it. I wasn't really some bloodhound. I couldn't track my scent, but the photo helped a lot. Now I knew what he looked like. Yes.
Yes!
She begins to breathe heavily, and then cries.
And then cries. What is your problem, lady? What is your problem, lady? I think I need a... There we go. There we go. You're still crying, lady? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The husband just continues to stare aghast into the hood of my cloak.
Stare aghast. Oh, you said aghast. I thought you said stare aghast.
With that, I begin to walk out. Behind me, I hear the father speak.
Oh, did we just send after our son?
Perceptions of the Dead.
The first night had been uneventful. I had turned over the results of the police investigation and found myself wanting. Wanting what? Oh, anything resembling a lead. Did these people get paid to do this shit? I certainly didn't buy the superstitious who were already spreading stories about the ghostly ice cream truck. If a ghost were going to come back, it's very unlikely they would be scooting around in an ice cream truck.
Of all things, you would like to be in an ice cream truck. Wouldn't you want something a bit more mysterious? Something a bit more scary? What about a dark horse that breathes fire, that has red eyes, or something crazy?
Talking to children that have been paid.
I want an ice cream truck.
My one fortune was that my attire left me more reminiscent of a slender man than a child molester.
Slender.
So the times I was chased away from children I tried to interview were not mistaken for solicitation. I shuddered violently at the thought. The children provided my first real clue.
What?
They described a tune. One that sounded like the typing consistency that an ice cream truck might have. Not that ice cream trucks were common these days. I was a little surprised these kids even knew what one was.
Really? I still see ice cream trucks all the freaking time to this day. All the time. All the time.
Some were even able to hum and whistle the tune for me. I wasn't entirely sure how to run with this info. The relevance of a single song really didn't occur to me. A small piece of the rest of the day was spent feeding myself and taking a nap as inconspicuously as possible. I had no intention of allowing anyone to see me be anything other than the creepy supernatural paranormal investigator.
His name is Tyrone. I guarantee this is Tyrone.
It's how I've always done things. You'd be surprised how quickly you can build a rep with the right look and behavior.
Okay. Are you gonna mysteriously put your hood up again? In a intimidated fashion?
After the nap, it was back to beating the streets. And my current predicament.
Which was?
It was friggin' cold.
Ah!
In the near distance, I watched a quartet of kids, roughly 14 or so, playing a ragged game of football.
A ragged game.
They seemed to be having a great time, but even as far away as I am, their cheers and jeers rattle my nerves.
Why?
For a moment, I wish they would be quiet.
Why?
As though hearing my thoughts mid-run, they stop, on cue. They stand up straight and begin to draw heavy, ragged breaths. A girl hugs the football to her chest as her eyes grow ever wider.
Oh my god.
I test reality for a moment. I wish I had a few thousand bitcoins. It occurs to me that I should have asked for something more easily checked. At the same time, it occurs to me that I didn't silence those kids.
What did?
I bite my tongue, close my eyes, and bury the nail of my thumb into the palm of my hand. I dig in as hard as I can, drawing blood as my vision blares with the colors behind my eyelids. And then, I hear it.
What?
The song playing on a pair of shitty speakers. The kind you'd hear on top of an old-timey ice cream truck.
Shitty speakers. Oh, never mind that it's the freaking ice cream truck that everybody was talking about. You got some shitty speakers, man. Invest some.
My eyes flick open as I scan the horizon. The truck passes me, inches from clipping my shoulder, and heading straight towards the kids.
Inches from clipping my shoulder.
No, you fucking don't! No, I break into a run, and despite the trivial speed of the truck, barely manage to keep up. As the truck closes on the kids, it slows to a stop, and I finally begin to close the gap.
Okay.
Run on home, you kids. It's getting dark. This town isn't safe after dark.
Getting dark? What is he talking about? The sun set hours ago. No sooner had the words crossed my mind when it all went black.
Oh god.
For a few moments, I thought I had been knocked unconscious.
What really happened, Tyrone?
Then my eyes began to adjust. I make out the faintest impression of light.
Oh no. Oh no. This isn't good. You kids better get in. I'll get you home safe.
I watch helplessly moving through the dark like it was molasses. Shadows pass before the light as he ushers them into the truck. The truck lights blare into brilliance, and I hear the motor roar as the car begins to move forward at a pace more in keeping with a motor vehicle. I would lose it even if I were still able to move. No! No!
No, said the acolyte.
I let out a choked cry after them.
Uh-oh.
Stop! Stop! Then I stop.
Then we stop.
The second cry had no depth to its volume. While the no had echoed normally down the empty street, the scream of stop had sounded like I screamed into the middle of a very crowded room. Slowly I reach behind me, laying hands on one of my pieces of emergency equipment. The kind of stuff you don't use when you want people to think you're some manner of elder horror. I slowly bring it around, just as I feel the breath on my neck.
Oh, great. Slender.
With a whip, I crack the flare. Seeing it burn red hot through my clenched eyes, and I hear the cacophony of screams.
Cacophony.
Thousands of twisted, naked heaps of malformed, demi-human flesh writhe in the agony of the light. And as I raise it above my head, the flare burns brighter.
Oh my god.
The darkness washes away. I wheel around in place, but find myself alone back in the street.
What the hell just happened?
In the middle of the day. I drop the flare and try futilely to snuff it out with my boot. My little display has drawn an audience, and not so far down the street, I see my clients.
Okay.
Well, fuck.
All right. Like, what the hell's going on, man?
So it's ghosts.
I merely nod slowly.
Yes.
But you can still get him back?
I nod again.
Can you?
But it's been over a week since you started searching. He hasn't eaten anything.
I still couldn't wrap my mind around how much time had passed in the darkness. He will be fine. Time does not pass normally where he is.
You know where he is?
I nod. I'm going there tonight to get him back.
Yeah.
They start crying. I'm not really sure what to do at this point, so I
Aw.
stand there, awkwardly, hoping that my layers give me more of the appearance of stoicism than an awkward penguin.
Oh, that's so sad. Just like for any human being, when it's something dealing with kids, man, that really strikes you on a level that's just like, to me, unbearable. On top of it, I have some little munchkins, so any thought about stuff like this, or little kids getting hurt or abducted or anything, oh, it brings like that little stinging sensation to the back of your nose, to your eyes. It's so sad.
Apparently it works.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I leave the building as they both chant thank you, like it was some kind of prayer. It's not the first time I'd heard that prayer. It's not the first time I had done this.
Okay. Ugh.
I'm ready this time as night falls. I withdraw a small shot and without hesitation jam it into my arm.
A shot of what?
Viper venom. I had a friend back home who kept one as a pet. Weird kid. Milks the things. Sells the venom, mostly to medical facilities. Occasionally he sells it to me.
Was it Marcus?
My knees nearly buckle as the burning begins to creep through my arm.
Why do you do that to yourself? What is this? Some weird type of high you're trying to get? That Viper high, man. You haven't experienced nothing till you've experienced the Viper.
I stifle a scream. Then I hear it, and everything clicks. I let out a long sigh and stand up, adjusting my layers. I turn my eyes to fall upon the approaching truck.
Ah!
My hand goes behind my back and my fingers close.
Uh-oh. What do you got on you? What do you got? Get some better speakers. Turn your shitty speaker system off.
I train the gun on the truck and unload a triad of shots into the ghost truck's
Oh,
engine.
God. What about the people living in the community? You're just out there just...
The engine sputters, the grating burns, melting away, and the music screams in protest.
What do you think you're doing?
An escapee from an Andy Warhol painting stutters, stepping awkwardly from the vehicle.
Why'd you do that, man?
It's getting dark. I have to protect the children.
Ice cream man?
Only one thing may not exist. You and that which you fear must cease to be.
But the children...
The darkness falls upon me. With such force, I stagger.
Ah!
I lose my grip and the gun disappears, searing into the shifting mass of flesh. My hand goes behind my back, and my grip closes around a rough-hewn blade, forged of obsidian and steel. And as I carve outwards, I hear the screams of all the lost children, unwilling to accept their fate, and swallowed by the darkness.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's sad. The screams of all the lost children unwilling to accept their fate. Oh.
Flesh tatters as I carve, burning away like paper, until finally, I lay into the man.
The man.
No, you don't understand. I was just trying to help.
I bury the
Oh,
cacophony
sorry.
resounds as the children who lost themselves in the darkness writhe, and I go about my work of freeing them all, just as I had freed this man.
What's next?
My baby. Oh, my baby. It's okay. Everyone's okay.
No, not everyone. They're all dead.
Everyone died.
What's wrong with you, kid? Duckhead? What is wrong with you, Duckhead?
7 kids lost here. And I got back all of them.
You did.
I wonder how many I actually freed. How many had he trapped in his nightmare? And what the hell was he so afraid of in that darkness? And most importantly, why did he ultimately abandon them to it?
I don't know how to thank you. After a week of not hearing from you, I'd feared for the worst. A month after that, and I'd come to accept that it was over. I was ready to move on.
His eyes fall to his wife, still babying the boy, who won't stop staring off into the distance.
She had faith, though. She said that you were an angel, or maybe a demon. She didn't care. She believed in you. Some nights after she had said her Hail Marys, I would see her put her hands together, and I would hear her. She prayed to you.
I was almost flattered, but to tell the truth, the idea of someone believing so much in me, in praying to me,
What? That got a click for you?
it was terrifying.
I want you to know, I'm willing to pay more than whatever your normal fee is. We've been living with a tight belt since I called you, and I won't lie and say I don't do well for myself. I have more than enough saved up to pay you anything we could ask. Or, if there's something else you want, there's nothing I can offer you that means more to me than my son.
Can I have an ice cream? Ha ha ha!
I let out a long sigh.
What are you gonna say, Tyrone?
I reach up to my hood and pull it back.
Time to get intimidating to these poor people.
Both of them gasp, stepping back and then cocking eyebrows in unison, having perhaps expected something more.
I would think that they're intimidated by you.
After having been gone for 2 months,
What up, Tyrone?
I could really use a job.
The Phantom Ice Cream Truck. Created by Ithaca. I don't know if that says Ithaca or Ithaca. Oh, wow. Justice Washington as Tyrone. I guarantee that was the same person that did Tyrone, and who knows, maybe even Andy too. Maybe not. I don't know. I didn't pay attention to that, but okay. Thank you for playing. Ha ha ha. Yes, we are progressing. Ah ha ha ha. Now that seemed a lot quicker compared to the other 2 stories. And I have no idea if they are, or if it was quicker, but for some reason it seemed a lot quicker. A lot quicker. And like the, I don't know, that story kind of seemed to lack the spookiness compared to the other 2 stories, except for the music seemed like way more like spot on to set up some crazy stuff that was about to happen. The music alone at times just made me think like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? Or that and the part where it showed like the spirits of the children and stuff and the screams, mainly because of the screams to set the tone for the image that I was seeing. But those were like the 2 main things that kind of, you know, stood out, made it spooky with that. Compared to the other ones, it didn't seem as spooky as the other ones, but it was still good. It was still good. I liked it. I liked all these little stories. Now, I mean, it is just like a story narrative. Like that one right there had absolutely no choices for me to do anything at all. At least the other 2 had like a small amount that I could do, but that one didn't do anything. So, but I mean, it's whatever. The last episode, the finale to Perceptions of the Dead. I enjoyed it. It was good. I would recommend you, if you're interested in like this, it's almost just like as if you wanted to read a book or just something like that. It's like this intertwining those 2 different activities, you know? Reading something, enjoying like a, not really like an animation or something like that, but just like the mix of just like reading something, watching something, in a way playing a game. But it was good. It was good. I liked it. So, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And thank you so much for watching this video. And I'll see ya. Peace.